Hello, hey, hope you're doing great. I'm so happy. It's been a long time that, I don't, I haven't made a reaction, probably like a week. Well, the deal with my channel is that I record most of my videos, and I have a lot of early access, a lot of videos ready on my Patreon, and and if I don't make video for like 2 weeks, I still gonna be able to have a video daily. But I'm excited. I'm excited to do this. I shot a video of Opeth singer. Um, he was doing "What's on My Bag" from Los Angeles, uh, music store or something like that, right? He mentioned several bands that seemed very interested to me, and this one was one of them. I wanted to do it. Also, I had some other people that from the Patreon that gave me good suggestions. So I'm very excited. I think that's something you need a little break, like for your brain to like, okay, let's come back again and with more strength, right? So yeah. Anyway, let's do it. This is 6 minutes. Pretty much I'm gonna react to this as a classical guitarist. So I'm gonna listen to the whole thing without stopping. I don't like to stop the video. And then in the end, I will give you an analysis and my first impressions, and I try to give you my best of me, right? So let's do it. We're recording, right? Okay, let's do it.
Earth was somewhere years ago and cold. Ice locked the people's hearts and made them old. South was birth to pleasant lands, but dry. Depths and played my mind. East was dawn coming alive in the golden sun. The winds came gently, several heads became one. In the summertime, the August people sneered. We were at peace and we cheered. We walked along, sometimes hand in hand, between the thin lines marking sea and sand. Smiling very peacefully, we began to notice that we could be free, and we moved together. To the west. West is where all days will someday end, where the colors turn from gray to gold, and you can be with the friends. And light flakes the golden clouds up above. West is Mike and Susie. West is where I love. There we shall spend the final days of our lives. Tell the same old stories. Yeah, well, at least we tried. Into the west, smiles on our faces will go. Yes, and our apologies to those who'll never really know the way. We're refugees walking away from the life that we've known and loved. Nothing to do, say, nowhere to stay. Now we are alone. We're refugees, carrying all we own in brown bags tied up with string. Nothing to think, it doesn't mean a thing. But we'll be happy on our own. West is Mike and Susie. West is Mike and Susie. West is where I love. West is refugees
Okay, so that was very beautiful, I will say. That was very beautiful. I think I was expecting something else. I don't know. I think that the Pet Finger, he was like saying that this album is very dark. Maybe I need to hear the whole album, and this one is the one that is beautiful. um, so yeah, the sound production is very, I would say, very old. It's been interesting to hear some very instrumental, like flute, cello, saxophone. We have obviously the drums and the guitar. Beautiful voice. It also the album cover is very interesting. The colors are very like apocalyptic, I would say, and then the title of the album, "The Least We Can Do Is Wait to Each Other." That's so deep. I mean, that's deep actually. I don't know why. So again, very beautiful, simple. I would say simple harmonization, simple progression of chords, right? And again, there was a moment that I was looking at wedding photo, and I was like, man, beautiful. My wife is beautiful. So I don't know. I went in the trip, So in other words, I think that it's beautiful, and I felt the music. So I'm gonna do from the beginning and can tell you a little bit more. can do more analysis. We have the cello with the flute. What is the other instrument? I don't know. That must be a type of keyboard or something. A beautiful introduction with flute.
Earth was somewhere years ago and cold.
Beautiful voice.
Ice locked.
It does remind me a little bit of the Pachelbel canon. A little bit.
The people's hearts and made them old.
I love that, the movement of the flute. It does sound kind of classical in some sense.
South was
Again, it does remind me a lot because of the progression of that follows. Pretty much the whole song goes through the same progression. It does remind me a little bit of the Pachelbel canon. That's why I have this like wedding image in my mind.
too pleasant.
But you know, obviously, it's talking about refugee and whatever. I probably should focus a little more on the lyrics. Maybe it's gonna hit harder.
Lands but dry. I walked the water's depths and played my mind.
So, like I say, it sounds, it's like a canon, I will say. And yes, it uses the same progression over and over. And like I say, it does remind me a little bit of wedding music. But again, probably the lyrics and it make it a little bit more. Probably the lyrics are a little bit more harder, and that will make the music harder. Ironic, I would say.
East was dawn coming alive in the golden sun.
Beautiful cello. Oh no, that's a guitar.
The winds came gently, several heads became one.
Guitars with tiny
In
notes.
the summertime.
No, I confused a little bit the guitar. Beautiful. I love how the guitar stay there, like long notes. Like I say, it sound in the beginning like a saxophone, but no.
And the August people sneered. We were at peace and we cheered. We walked along,
the drum.
sometimes hand in hand, between the dim
Oh,
lights.
here we do have a change.
Marking sea and sand, smiling very peacefully, we began to notice that we could be free, and we moved together. To the west. West is where all days will
come back again.
someday end. Where the colors turn from gray to gold, and you can be with
Yeah, it does a little bit baroque there.
flakes, the golden clouds up above.
Here we have different changes in the rhythms, and I think that the rhythm. yeah, that's pretty much what I got for this. Again, I probably the lyrics are more profound, and it make things ironic in the sense that the lyrics are super deep with something very beautiful, like a wedding. Not wedding, but it does remind me a little bit of the Pasha Volcano. Not that the Pasha Volcano used this canon this way, Probably there's other composition that had the same progression of, the harmony. So, good stuff. So, yeah, I'm glad I watched that Opeth singer thing because it's been interesting to see what artists like and what are the music that they enjoy. That's been interesting. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, check out my Patreon and also check out my video. Leave a comment, suggestions, your opinion. It matters a lot. See you around. Take care.